Hyacinth.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa, I unintentionally...
My apologies, everyone. In actuality, he showed a path.
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey.
Professor.
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important.
Have you heard of this tale before? A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the sun, while its claws were sharp enough to rip. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom. Like a tyrant king, the queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, when the queen slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested, and all that was left of her was a pile of bones. Devastated, it was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived. Through the use of dragon bone and the princess was reborn. The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous warriors, and all of the town's innocent. Worse still, the souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Forced to roam the mortal realm, these resentful souls ultimately converged into a river of souls that with terrifying death had consumed all. Thereafter, our hometown fell into...
Until?
Until?
Oh my... It seems that you still like to whet people's appetites even after all. So, according to your story, and yet...
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I...
Oh my goodness, it...
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally return.
Dragon, huh?
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition of alchemy in your hometown before, have you?
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area of study.
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say? If so, what moral is...
I guess it might be the concept of...
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like... honor the dead. What? At a loss for words?
No, I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If...
Indeed. As expected of the...
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you?
Of course. What is your question?
If I imparted my knowledge of... would you use it?
What? What kind of strange question is this? I got it. You're just trying to get me to tell you whether I like anyone, right?
Let's just leave it at that. Oh?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I'm certain that someone whom I cherished, if such a mighty power really existed. After all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face that fateful moment eventually. My time is finally here. However, perhaps because of my firm belief in the
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains. And it is a pity that fate is such...
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one must pay the price. I'm afraid that the prophecy might even have selected a pair of twins.
Fortune makes fools of us all.
My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. And yet, I can't do the same. How absurd. My time is almost up, but I'm still afraid to welcome death. What should we do? If I'm ultimately not able to make up my mind...
Since Chaos is willing to guide all of us and leave this trial to the end...
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an uncertain future to cloud your mind.
Trial, prophecy, the topic... But these three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise,
Amphoreus' history before the Titans were born was complete chaos. I have long held three hypotheses about this.
Calypso and this warrior.
Regarding this matter, Nias, are you
Of course. Though,
Looks like you have...
Yes. This is the...
completely separating courage, honor, tenacity. You really...
Please, young lady. Witness my fall and demise. Lady Calypso.
I do not understand. Why would you dare to sacrifice yourself?
Because this is our destiny. The power that resides furthermore. A valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose to walk. A journey I began long ago. If your sister or Chaos were in my position, I'm
not that brave.
Despite being Death's chosen one, let's chat, young lady. Since there's still time, I'm not worried about letting...
Of course. As the embodiment of Nikador's divinity, he entrusted his life to us. And that means that what I'm...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes are the true form. If so, the chosen one of death that he's...
Polixia! Is the previous form of Thanatos? But her appearance...
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she went, we'll naturally be able to figure out the location of the Death Titan.
But before that, we first... Nikador's courage is a test...
I've heard that these words are still engraved in Castrum Kremnos even today.
honor.
And finally,
Cheer up, young lady.
all farewells in this world are sorrowful, Lord Nias.
No, young lady. As a warrior, I have witnessed too many bitter deaths. But now, all I feel is peace. I did not know until this moment that mortals...
Although only a sliver of your soul remains, You remain so optimistic.
To be honest, I don't know either. But I am certain of one thing. This is not an acceptance of death nor apathy toward it. It's not even a feeling of despair. I am just enjoying what remains.
Enjoying?
Indeed. Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed, and now I have reached the journey's end. When I look back and see the grand epic that I've personally written, how could I not revel in that fact?
But when you depart the mortal realm, separation and death are two sides of the same coin.
Finally, let me recount to you a story. The first time I returned from the battlefield, I felt the calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield but me. When I returned to the city alone, the citizens held a banquet for me that was far from pleasant. I felt as though I was still on the battlefield, and the person who had returned was nothing but an empty shell. It was late into the night by the time the banquet ended. My head still reeling, I returned alone to the barracks. On the way back, I encountered someone. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself by the side of the road. Although I tripped over him and fell, I wasn't angry in the slightest. And maybe because I saw myself. Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside like a couple of stray dogs? To my surprise, he shrugged his shoulders and sighed.
How does someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living, afford the same amount of bliss? Now please go away and don't block my starlight.
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and dying? For they are both journeys that lead toward death?
That's exactly what life is, and death is, but a scale to measure how valuable the journey was. Journeys and epics, therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate. Instead, willingly and
The embodiment of strife, telling me about the magic.
Indeed. I believe that when the fated moment eventually arrives, you will be able to understand. It is time for me to knock on death's door. I will set up a long table at the end of the road, and humbly, when that moment finally comes, let us...
I knew this day would eventually.
Are the both?
Elixia, I'm here. What?
This is quite interesting indeed.
Is this... Is it... me? Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither. And through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our...
Even if it was prophesied, do we have no say in the matter? It's so unfair. Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway. But you're different. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
You're wrong, Polixia. I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers, one that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life. Even though I was fated for sacrifice, none of the things that I've experienced will dissipate. Instead,
How could my memories of you...
well then, tell me, what exactly are we? I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always, always be by your side. We're twins, after all. All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart. After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesy.
If I imparted mine, would you use it?
Death is inevitable. If such a mighty power, even now. This is why, in the prophesized new world, go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured pearl. I shall open wide the entrance to the nether realm and grant you a second life. The living beings on this earth shall remember. Do not look back on the land of the dead. And do not stop moving. As for the price of our...
Everybody, we've come to the end. Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being, so I was unable to complete... I'm certain of this now. Before the Titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group of heroes roamed the land. These heroes followed a prophecy and took just like the flame chase journey of today.
What a startling revelation. This means...
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova, as mentioned in the prophecy.
Besides, those twins in the past...
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town? The birthplace of In our world, there exists a city which
But the people there worship Vagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I've also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia.
Take this.
This is...
The new Sporist masterpiece. The Philosopher's Stone. It was made by Remember? I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering, and ascension. This process also applies. Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown.
You still look as confident in your victory.
Simple. I shall merely admit to the entire world that, however, my line of thinking will not fail, because I have already planted. Actions speak louder than words, Castoris. With the assembly about to begin.
I've already searched for so long. But before I leave, I have...
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul. If we are to prove its existence, you...
I understand.
Hey, child of humanity.
Don't get antsy. I still as a scholar. I do not wish to offer up ambiguous...
I merely wanted to ask, if so, rebirth...
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although now I'm merely forsaking my body.
Why are you always finding...
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all? Furthermore, if your hypothesis is proven correct, does it not just confirm that the myths are true, and thereby invalidate all your theories?
No. It means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
That's...
Lady Aglaya, you know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova, which is why both you and Kainis desire to gain the power to control that core flame in the approaching Citizens' Assembly. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kainis. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world. If they're successful, but I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over it. The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides...
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that great performer who has weaponized your wishes and placed us in this a world without death.
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows is moot.
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard you. Styxia. I've visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, it go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death. I believe you have more than enough reason. Castorus, I too look forward to your journey.
I hate to put a damper. If Styxia is now an island
The answer is quite in the Mids. Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. That is to say, they could enter and leave the nether realm as they please. And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity. I'll see you at Memorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow.
Downhung isn't back yet.
Hey, friend! Is the debate... One a glorious defeat. You sure know how to look on the bright... Well, moving on. I borrowed a mountain of books from Cass to see if I could find a way. Only 30... Really? Oh, that's fantastic. I've been... Oh, you're right.
Good night, ma'am. Good night, Hakama.
Cass? What a surprise.
Lady Treeby.
Is something troubling you?
I just wanted to speak to Lady Trian for a bit before I set off. No matter how breathtakingly beautiful Styxia once was, the place is now the domain of the departed. Is that a figure?
In the past, when you did smile once in a while...
Lady Treeby, you know perfectly. I hope your toughness is not a match.
Cass, you hardly ever talked of your past. None of us knows what you went through, apart from Maggie. But we know it must have been filled with pain and hardships. We are just happy for you, that the core flame you're meant...
Isn't it a little too soon to say that?
But you already know where to... There's no need to rely on anyone else. Just give it your all and leave no regrets. Because we embrace others to comfort them.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. This feeling... It's hard to put in...
Then go do it! Trian was actually working on a surprise gift for you. It's a pity she didn't get to finish it. But now Trinan and I are working on it. So, let's meet back here when you return from...
It's me. I hope I didn't... I'm here because of... If it isn't too much to ask... Ah, is your soul... Oh, it isn't a long way from here.
I'd love to go in and take a look. Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are full.
The streets are packed.
I want to vote! Tell me how I can vote!
Take your ceramic shard engraved with the Kefali rune, select the Council of Elders in your heart, and pray silently until the shard registers your choice.
The Council of Elders? More like the Council of Buffoons? The Black Tide took my hometown long ago! Who are they kidding with bringing—
The Titans are just. So long as we do not overstep our bounds again.
Oh, please. The time when these deranged Titans should have vacated their spot to the demigods is long overdue.
And I pray that Talanton smacks some sense into you with their scales.
That was... You're interested in that? Well, to this day, I still find it almost unreal that Akama is the only place illuminated by light amidst the crumbling ruins of Amphoreus. And its people are... This peaceful sight is making me forget that this is... Before coming here, I had lived for many years in Idonia, a city of rime and frost. The people there were devotees of Thanatos, and were well known for their unique burial rites and traditions. Traditions that I played a major role in. Yeah, but back in those days, I was trudging across the frosty plains on my own when the Idonians found me. They saw the curse in me as a blessing from Thanatos, and believed that my hands could correct the Eracrisia's mistake, and they provided me shelter. I was expected to grant merciful deaths to war captives, prisoners bound. Yes, no matter how kind or cruel the means, not taking away someone's life is never worthy of religious worship. Their voices... they pierce...
I know, but you must respect those walking towards death. Just like how you should respect yourself as the...
What you're asking me to do is no better than the task of an executioner. And yet you want me to respect myself. No matter the titles, I am...
This won't be the first time that Idonia's fanatical nether warriors have faced death. On the contrary, recruits new to the battlefield often run away. Death is the mightiest and gravest power in this world.
That's such a...
Then let me... In Idonia, the great swords commonly used by executioners are called... The sword has 3 air holes along its body. If the sword is swung down swiftly, but should the executioner have any hesitation, the holes would produce a piercing whistle. Every executioner after Dracon is to hone their sword skills every day in preparation of future executions. Every swing of pain for the dying. You I'm asking you to consider the source of the dead's suffering and use that knowledge to fortify your future touches. Go, walk with the dead and love them as you love life.
Please!
May you gain some insight.
Is...
No. This is just the beginning.
You executioner! Holy maiden!
Thank you.
Do it then, executioner. I curse you.
Why?
To
Please. Grant me release.
You...
When will this ever end?
Come.
What are you trying to...
I have aged. The final resting...
You're not that old yet.
No. For I have come to fear my declining health. Casterus. Will you give... Child, it was I who brought you here from the frosty plains and set your farcical fate in motion. It was also I, Chief, and I've always known that you have doubts and even anger about my faith. Indeed. Yet you can end any sinful life with just...
It doesn't matter how lightly the Idonians take death, or how readily they accept it.
I knew I've taught you and cared for you as my own daughter all this time because of this blessing that's been with you since your birth. I know no one else. In the eyes of an Idonian, death is the end of all life. A destination we will all. You can only live your life to the fullest. And when you do, even if you eventually leave Idonia's protection...
No!
Come now. Show me that you are a fitting holy maiden. Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all that I know. Show me that you are a fitting holy maiden. Or at least, that you possess the resolve to become one.
May death protect us! I choose you!
May this dispel the gloom, restore the skies. Your time to shine. Rise and shine. You'll quiet down real soon. Treat our guests nicely. Don't worry, night falls. Good night. Mimi! Stop messing around again. Again. Till we meet again. Future is have some sunshine. Next time it rains, I'll be there, umbrella in hand.
We'll tear. You can do it.
Have some fun.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us! This was the last time I followed her command. The executioner, who had seen too much death, died the same way as everyone else. A gasp for air, a wistful look in her eyes, and a barely perceptible tremor in her fingertips. Elder Amunet, the person who tried to teach me about death, ultimately vanished like dew in the morning mist. She spent her life embodying the beliefs of the Idonians, and when death finally came, I have nothing but respect for her. I erected a cenotaph in her honor in the marshes outside Idonia's city walls with the others I had laid to rest. Then, I said it was a long, long journey. I heard so many discussions about death along the way. Life finds meaning in death. The world improves because there is an end. It seems the most terrible darkness in this world. Everyone talks about its heavy weight. Some resist it, some worship it, and some even how did it disappear to Titan and why do they haunt? I continued my travels to seek an answer. Initially, I just want to know if my touch, can I make anything? Can I leave anything behind?
I don't want to die. Please, I'm begging you, just let me go. I don't want to die, please. I don't want mercy like this. Just let me go, I don't...
I hate these icy hands.
Get it over with. End its suffering. The Reaper has blessed your hands. Only you can grant them peace. Embrace death. Walk alongside it.
that you, Castorus? All of them have gone, heeding death's summon, crossing into their domain. I must go too. I don't fear it, just I have some regrets. Watching people leave this world again and again, it must be lonely for you. You must want to desperately embrace them before they go. I can't. These hands, they're too cold. But Big Sister Castorus, your hands are so warm. Just like anyone else's. So go on. Don't hold back.
Give me a warm hug. Can hands like these really be warm? On the day that Ornyx's trial ended, you must have had many questions. I felt just as confused. Why, as someone from beyond the sky, were you so cruelly dragged into Amphoreus' fate? I wished I could take action, but no matter how hard I try, I cannot simply, even when we brushed against each other unintentionally in the grove. And it was obvious that nothing had happened. When an almost unattainable hope finally welled up, and when I thought that perhaps my touch would know, fate declared to me, it wasn't that your soul no longer belonged to this world. And did I really think this time would be any different? It's not that I don't understand this reality, just that I'm unwilling to accept it. Having walked such a long road, I am still unable to find the answer to life and death. I am resigned to eternal despair. Anything I wish to hold on to, death will inevitably wrest from my grasp. From that moment on, I lacked the courage to confirm it again. But now, perhaps I might have one last chance. Long ago, Trinan read a prophecy to me. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, I found no surprise in it. For her words sounded not like of embraces in this world are born of reunions. Yet, my touch speaks only of farewells. And yet, things have taken a turn for the better. I have no reason for your sake. With that, let's put that aside for the moment. I want to retrieve a small gift I special the journey to seek an audience with the Death Titan. No, it isn't. Look, it's right there. Huh? Where did it go? What's going on? I am not some corrupt grown-up. What's this? The coin of Zagreus. So it's... no doubt about it. It's a Lady Cipher, the demigod of Zagreus whom Lady Aglaia had spoken of. So many years have passed, yet she's still announcing herself in such a crass manner. Let's just do as the slate said. Look, it's right there.
There seems to be a new show at the bats today.
We must pursue her. Huh? This is a trick she left. She's
Never save for tomorrow what you eat today.
It's about time you do some exercise.
exactly the kind of... This is the... We must pursue her. Lady Cypher, please come on out.
You're still careless as ever. Shouldn't you keep such a precious gift near your bosom?
Since you know it's a gift for someone else, please give it back to me. Stop hiding among the people and letting the wind carry your voice.
Now, since I know it's a gift, that just means I need to milk its worth. The children of the wind never stay for long in one place. Unless...
Name your price. Lady Cypher, please come on out.
You're still careless as ever. Shouldn't you keep such a precious gift near your bosom?
Since you know it's a gift for someone else, please give it back to me. Stop hiding among the...
Now, since I know it's a gift, that just means I need to milk its worth. The children of the wind never stay for long in one place.
Name your price. I'll give you... I'm sorry.
No wonder they call you Princess Homebody. Why don't you two come over to my place? You'll make a better venue for proper business discussions.
Piece of cake. I can do that even if I can only sense your soul.
Alright, I'll see you there. Everyone cool with me collecting a deposit before we reach an agreement, right?
Where did my dew of
She's incorrigible. Follow me.
It's about time you do some exercise.
Does it really work?
Over here! Over here! No, not that way! This way! Come on. If I really wanted to hide, you'd never find me. So relax, you two. No need to get your hackles up. I'm not that scary, am I? Meow. No way. Some people might have been into that a millennium ago, but it's long since gone out of style. Loosen up, buddy. Shall we get down to business?
Give me the jewelry piece first. Or everything's off the table.
Oh, come now. Don't be so upset. Relax. Relax. Look, isn't the view here just great? You can see what everyone is doing and where they're going, and they won't even know you're here. Now that we've broken the ice, let's get to the point. Everything I've said so far has been a joke. I'm inviting you two here for 3 things. 1, the seamstress found me and wants me to take you to Styxia to look for the Death Titan. 2, the Council of Elders also found me and wants me to make sure the core flame of Thanatos. And last, but I'm telling you that I'm not interested in doing either of. Don't go look for the Death Titan. The end. Wow, this is some high-quality stuff. And this room is full of it. How much are these worth, Did you get all this through that Aranova gimmick?
Some of it is family fortune, while the rest came from my business as a dressmaster. Don't liken the flame chase work to your shady...
Wow. I should have busted down your door instead of going around like a thief. Well, spill. Why are you giving me so much money?
Payment for doing work. You're worth this much.
Did you forget my stance to all this?
You wish to run away. Run away from your responsibilities, from the prophecy, and from your destiny. I understand this prophecy weighs on you immensely. That is why I have never reproached the demigod of trickery for running away. But I need you right now, so don't turn me down.
You know, maybe the gods got your tongue with their golden threads, Aglaya. I'm not hearing any sincerity in your words. Give me a reason why you're bowing your noble head to me.
We lost Trian. The divine power of passages is running out. I need another demigod to escort Cast.
Oh, I get it now.
This is Castorus's own request.
She brought this up herself?
She's also made up her mind to leave her confused, as will you, Cypher. When you finally make up.
Don't be so sure. Time is hard in the likes of you and I. But Castorus remains pure as driven snow. She can always turn back before the end, you know? Maybe she'll remember Trian's sacrifice. Maybe she'll remember the countless martyred Chrysos heirs. Maybe she'll remember you, with your one foot in the grave. I ain't as up. Tell you what. Why don't I take this?
Go on.
I bet she'll change her mind and turn back. Now, if I lose, I'll do what you want me to do. Return this deposit to you, plus giving you another room full of treasures. How does that sound?
You sound like you have. In that case, let's make a pact with those conditions. I hope you're prepared to lose it.
In conclusion, I want to win. So I hope you two can give up on going to Styxia. I'll give all the treasures in that room to you. What do you think?
I decline. If we don't find the Death Titan... I can't go into the details.
I really don't get how. Princess, homebuddy, you keep talking about needing to find Thanatos, about getting rid of your curse, and you don't care about anything else. But did you ever live for your...
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying, contrary to your beliefs, Aglaia didn't...
The flame chase journey walks hand in hand with sacrifices. Isn't that why you're always running away from Lady Aglaia?
Fine. Never mind. We all have our own problems. I ain't gonna say anything anymore. It's not like I was gonna honor that bet anyway. But listen to me. Styxia is no... Yet, I've never been there. And I never plan to. Because even a demigod can't be sure they can walk. And now I'm supposed to escort you to Styxia. Sure. Pay up. You know, you're not wrong. At least it's part of my responsibilities.
I have lived a longer life than most people. Though I'm not as good at doing business,
Then how are you going to live the rest?
Then I'll give you 90.
Well, don't mind if I do. 80%. I'm so scared. Can you even catch my tail? Here. Catch. A minor change in plans, though. Don't go to the bath tomorrow. Come look for me at Akama's city gates and...
So, why are you...
Oh, nothing, really. Just a bit... scared. Well, now that we've struck a deal, why don't... It's gonna be a lot...
This is... Never mind.
The trio team is the best set up to reach the finals. No need, I already You sure know how to put me in a spot, Casterus. I need to travel with you, but I can't touch you. What a bother.
Sorry.
Aw, I was just teased. Did you know that the legends say you have to put an obol into the mouth of the dead or over their eyes if you want them to success? That's the fairy fare for entering the Netherrealm. However, I honestly won't ask you to pay this time. I'll pay. And then we'll...
Don't worry. It's not a lot.
All right, pass me the coin. It's time to get the gods' powers going. A fleet-footed trip to the Netherrealm. Here we come. Oh, one last thing before we go. I gotta give you this piece of advice. You can't catch the wind by waiting. You only live once. Get ready. Be steady. Hey, your turn. Don't be nervous. After all, they'll be gone in the blink of an eye. All done. Bye-bye.
Are you feeling all right? She's the demigod of trickery. When she flips the coin of whimsy into the air, she gains just like how she clearly had no intention of lingering here for even a second longer.
Don't worry, Mem's here. Being cute isn't my only forte. I'm strong too.
This is Styxia, the city of dragons and waves. Anaxa hypothesizes that the missing Thanatos is somewhere in these ruins. This is the land of their birth. Or perhaps... Anaxa had used a secret alchemical art to temporarily fuse his soul with Circe's and Kefali. And when he was on the verge of death, he was pulled by this alchemy, considered a sacrilegious act, might actually make the souls, even though Thanatos has been missing for 1,000 years, and even their followers haven't been able to find them.
Oh, so are we going to use that Philosopher's Stone?
I guess that's the only way. The only leads we have now are the name of this city, and
Thanatos is even more...
Indeed. Even one as erudite as Anaxa could only point us to this place, and no further. I believe that rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. This place is rich with the sweet scent of flowers. Can we stay here for a while?
Go back whence you came. Go back. Ahead lies the realm of the dead.
What a beautiful...
This is a eulogistic butterfly. In Idonia, some think of them as manifestations of Thanatos' benevolence. By turning the lingering obsessions of the deceased into these creatures, others think of them as Thanatos' messengers.
The second theory sounds more believable. After all...
Perhaps. But the fact that we're able to hear their whispers... These shadowy figures... Are they illusions reflected by the River of Souls?
Do you...
Huh?
Wait. I'm not selling my fish to living people. You lot are too shameless. buying fish without pay.
Could it be that you're all dead souls that never achieved rest?
Titan? So... you...
But there aren't any fish nearby.
Other fish... I can only...
Apologies. I don't have him. Please relax.
This...
I knew it. These they're supposed to reach the end of the West Wind by floating down the River of Souls. Yet, did Thanatos reject?
Why are you identifying as a dead person now? Don't...
I have no idea. This circumstance... Hang on. Didn't he say... more living people? Could it be that these souls are
If something is done out of goodwill...
Goodwill? Wait a minute.
That's me. I still belong to the land of the living as of now. Thank you very much.
Could it be that... you...
I couldn't take their behavior anymore. So I stole some things here and made up some lies there. Just trying to give them something to look forward to, you know?
It's because of vile living creatures like you that we're being misunderstood.
What else am I supposed to do? You can see the mess this place is in. These poor souls are denied by the Netherrealm. So now they're stuck in a few... Did you see those two blacksmiths on the way? They've been here for as long as the sun's been around, wailing over and over about casting a shield. Styxia is so freaky.
Then why have you come back?
Hey, I'm not here to aid your adventure. I hate water more than anything else in this world. Especially that stinky river of souls. But, I just discovered some stuff before I left. And I read it's about that boy who defied death.
Lord Mighty?
Oh, right! That's his name. Well, now you know. As for whether that info is actually useful... So long, Princess Homebody. So long, Grey Mystery.
Huh? She disappeared just like that?
Lady Cypher has always been a... free spirit. In any case, if Lord Mighty is also somewhere along the river shoals right now, then he will certainly become our signpost. After all, he's
Don't worry. Ornyx's rune of recollection is nearby. Use prayers to return... Hey! Over here!
I want to make something with it. But what to make? Ornyx's miracle has appeared.
Amazing! It's like we're inside a giant bubble. Even the river got parted.
Make sure you keep it safe.
Huh. So this path actually didn't exist back then?
There are wandering souls of the deceased here as well. We must first return to the present before we can communicate with them. I want to make something with it. But what to make? make sure you keep it safe.
Ah, by the looks of it, you must be the foreign warrior. Since the current campaign requires the utmost care, I wasn't able to make time to welcome all of you. Please.
Foreign war?
A priestess, a warrior, and a divine beast.
What?
A campaign?
Nobody knows. Of the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says that the land ahead is a forbidden land that should not be. As for the rest of the scouts, they've while there is still dissension.
An unprecedented calamity.
It seems that you have indeed heard about this. Well, death.
A world that has never seen death. Looks like the... May I ask, where is the...
So he returned to Styxia. He only had enough left in him to last no more than half a day. He said that he witnessed the demonic specter of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured everything in sight.
Styxia.
It all sounds rather...
Sir, could I...
The Queen?
Oh, it's the same lines. Looks like he's still...
Leave it to me. Sir, the war in...
Styxia. This cannot stand.
Oh, looks...
Sir, I am the Maiden of...
Maiden of...
Don't worry.
Cass...
I'm fine. I just didn't expect... Is this a remnant of his soul?
Well then, why should I place my trust, Holy Maiden from afar?
Wait, I don't quite understand.
Since the prophecy has already pronounced your name as Chrysos' heir of death, Akima ought to treat you as... However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your involvement with the Council of
I cannot deny your claim. It was the Council that offered this room to me. And they had only one request. I was agreeable to the...
But why?
I am... unable to rid myself of this innate curse.
I see. So that they have shifted the heavy responsibility of granting death over to me. If I ever become obsessed with executing people...
And yet, you seemed...
That's because the fate that we were born with is a burden far heavier than that of an I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me.
I didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here.
Perhaps, but I do not need a reminder from them. Indeed. While my relationship with the Counts, But... why would this...
these dead monsters actually be?
If Lady Cypher is to be...
Why are the Black Tide monsters here too?
Even Thanatos wouldn't be able to... These traces seem to suggest that anybody who trespasses upon dead... Since the realm of the dead must remain peaceful, it's imperative that we please stay back. Let me deal with these enemies.
Trust me, we can do anything! I'm still here.
As you wish.
You just don't learn. Don't worry. Night falls. Good night. Rise and shine. May this dispel the gloom, restore the sky.
I shall remember this warmth.
Don't be rash.
Again. Till we meet again. That's mean.
Guide the...
May wandering souls find their own way out. The path ahead is blocked by the River of Souls again.
In that case, let's go back to the past. This miracle sure is handy.
This is yet another aspect of a Titan's divine power. I want to make something with it.
If Dan Heng was around, he'd definitely be able to raise the waters of the River of Souls into the sky.
If Lady Hycelens was still alive, I think she might be able to do that too. Make sure you keep it safe. You seem to be able to discern both the past and the future. I want to make something with it. But what to make?
Oh, this place. Must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past.
Make sure you keep it safe.
Please excuse me. I am but a scholar from a and you.
I'm sorry. I cannot bring you back to life. However...
I'm well aware of that. Even if that's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls, but...
Why?
If you could see the life I've led, then you would not reproach. But I did not expect things to stay the same even in death. What a joke, Circe's above. What cowards humans are. For we fear both life and death simultaneously.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, Holy Maiden. Circe's above. Does this count as thinking till the moment I die?
I have seen too many farewells. Her distress is quite commonplace. There are those, for some people, but I...
Cass?
Yes, because when placed under time's vast scales, there is no worry in this world that can... This is a wish that I've held for almost a millennium. My mind might have changed once upon a time, if people managed to, but I've never been more firm in my conviction. Now that I've learned about...
This is being in sync?
Guys, the Rainbow Bridge.
Don't worry. Night falls. Good night.
Have some sunshine.
Next time it rains, I'll be there, umbrella in hand. Rise and shine. Again. Till we meet again.
As you wish.
Show me the way.
I shall remember this word.
Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies.
Stop messing around. Treat our guests nicely. Rise and shine.
Me wandering souls. Make sure you keep it safe.
can stick. Do we need to enter that doorway to climb even?
But how should we get up there? The path is blocked yet again.
Orynyx's 8 always appears in times like this. How convenient. Look, there's even a platform lift over there. A chest of the past has been left behind, but none of its treasures remain inside.
I'm crying.
Make sure you keep it safe. I want to make something with it, but what to make?
Wait, what if the miracle suddenly loses its effect?
Mem, do you really want me to answer that? Make sure you keep it safe.
Stay back. Don't come any closer.
I've seen puzzles like this in books. I want to make something with it, but what to make? Make sure you keep it safe. I've learned something.
Don't worry, night falls. Good night.
Don't be rash! Don't be rash!
I'm on it. We can do it!
Guide with the rain, so lead it with...
Trust me. We can do anything!
Stop messing up. Have some fun. Rise and shine.
Gotta stop them here!
As you wish.
Time for...
Remember, you wanna knock me down? It's not that easy.
Emerge from your cocoon. May death protect us!
Not a bad idea. I choose you.
May this dispel the gloom, restore the skies.
Don't worry. Night falls. Good night.
Mimi!
Stop messing around. Till we meet again.
Stay back. Don't come near.
Huh? Why did... Or is he actually...
There's no need to be alarmed. We're just passing by the air.
You have a point. While this might once have been the royal vault, it's since...
You've misunderstood us. We simply...
My goodness. Did I... I'm sorry to have bothered you. I merely saw a... Wait a minute. You seem to be quite different.
It's a long story.
Thanatos?
Is it possible that he's a...
Death. Could it be that you are here to defeat...
Pollux.
According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, that evil dragon has been dead for quite a while. The curse that condemns people to death. But they saw a girl within the dragon's embrace.
Pray tell.
I've heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. As for whether this rumor is true...
You have my thanks for the inval... Please, treat this touch.
Thank you.
This is his...
Then you granted him death. That isn't like you. You would have refused
I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be...
Sympathy? Sympathy?
That young man was favored by Talantin, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow. And emerge, he could rely on that move to always achieve victory during Era Chrysia. However, now that death has descended...
You feel that...
Yes. since he can never be inferior, that's why he approached me and pleaded.
You are perhaps feeling lost from making...
I've seen the people of Idonia stand tall and proud in the face of death. Even before they had such proud expressions. Expressions that made me believe death would be an insult. Perhaps death's authority was never meant to exist in this world.
I won't refute your beliefs for now, but would you be interested in listening to a story of mine? It's a fairy tale from foreign lands, told by the person who brought you to me. A tale told by the Queen.
What? That means the girl born in the dragon's embrace, the personification of death these souls talked about. That's you, Cass?
I've already had an inkling for a while now. My memories only begin after Omni.
Don't look back. Keep moving forward. Always.
It's yet another eulogistic butterfly. Are we getting closer to the Netherrealm? I want to make something with it.
Oh, this. But this is...
Living ones?
Oh. sure you keep it safe.
Could you be the scions of... Did you hear about the great work that I'm doing here? And have thus arrived to give me the last material that...
Great work?
Have you heard of the great name of Polly?
You don't have to describe it like that, miss.
You have, during the age of myth, a time likely before your birth. I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could reach. On the shoals of the River of Souls, I shall make Pollux soar again and bring death back to the...
But didn't that dragon...
Oh? Looks like you don't know the whole picture. Well, it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals. Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world.
So... This is Mike. The deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the end of the West Winds. But this river...
That's right. That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal realm and make it soar the skies again. I have long since prepared my alchemical matrix in the tower. Although I am still missing that final ingredient. The final sacrifice is...
Huh? What's going on?
I know that I am no longer capable of carrying out that...
This... We had been inebriated in Fagusa's feast for too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death, so that we could be freed from the whims of fate. Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered a monster that cut off the River of Souls. That detestable dragon Pollux, denied, unable to rest in peace. These departed spirits engulfed Styxia like a roaring tide. As a result, my city and its people no longer exist. That child is the only person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's abdomen, she has possessed the talent of death since her birth. She must have been granted to us by the gods as a chance for us to... Please, you must nurture her to adulthood and prevent her from experiencing...
I promise that I will care for her as a mother, that I will protect her from the evils of death.
By Fagusa above, thank us, her mother. Please bless this child with a name.
Oh, Like how a transient raven butterfly caster is.
That's where my name.
The sound's back.
Ah, living ones, don't waste your time bickering.
Black Miss, please.
Be careful not to suffer the same fate.
Everyone, hide behind me!
I choose you!
Show me the way!
Rise and shine. Your time to shine.
As you wish.
Till we meet again.
Have some sunshine!
We can do anything!
Wilt here.
Treat our... Guess nicely.
Embrace a new life.
Dispel the gloom! Restore the skies!
That's mean. Rise and shine.
That hurts a bit.
Not a bad idea.
There's so many of them! And how are we holding up?
Good night.
May death protect us!
Again. Till we meet again.
Show me the way!
As you wish.
Mimi!
You can do it!
Have some fun. Rise and shine.
Here. For the feast of strife. Upon their triumphant return.
Lord Mighty? Lord Mighty.
I will find my path of return. And
Lord Mighty.
I'm the one resisting it. I must... I'll go against the current. That is my destiny.
It seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation of the dead, so it seems his battlefield is not limited to the world of the living. Lord Mighty, are you willing to travel with? We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower. To summon Thanatos from...
Challenge.
That's right. If we can work together and defeat them, you won't have to be troubled by the...
Let's go to get at the person who has brushed against death countless times.
Cass, are you sure?
I'm not afraid. Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on... Please calm down. If you were to
If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fly the four of us to the other side. The Rune of Recollection is here, but I can't find the miracle orb anywhere. Oh, could it be in that That sounds so weird. Forget it. Just leave it to me. Just shout for me when you need... Got it! Just leave it...
Mem did it.
The pink...
The miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer.
Aren't I a good fit for Ornyx's priest?
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever. The alchemical matrix should be behind this door.
Wow, there are so... It's little Cass and little Grape. Oh, Trian. Get what?
This is... the first time...
It really... just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way.
Yup, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trian believed that... So, Trian has been standing here, at this spot close...
Oh, it must have been...
But according to what Trian said... Trian promised Trevi and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trian would get... So, little Cass... We finally finished it!
This is what laid the gift for me. That...
The Holy Maiden of Janus.
Trian spent a lot of time drawing this.
It's seriously...
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Trevi has always said that but little Cass no longer has anything to fear now. Because everyone is here with you in this flame-chased journey!
Only now, when I see Lady Trian's gift, do I realize that I've already... It's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and photography. The first time I had dinner with someone else. The first time I went to the market. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaia. The first time I went for a walk with Lady Trebi. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible. It feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from centuries and decades down to I took countless photos in the past, but they're all if I had known.
Trian says yes! Trian likes little Cass and would love to take a picture.
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured.
What? Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
There won't be. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Little Cass smiled. Trevi, Trinan, and Trian's wishes finally come true!
I remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Now, the path that belongs to me is about to reach. Thank you for bringing me the final
key. Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
I have a feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mrs. Life.
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, Little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
Lady Trian.
The aura of this place. We haven't... If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm. I have broken free from the chains of death countless times. This time will be no different. Amphoreus, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
I have yet to make my decision, Lord.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. Even if it takes 1,000, I will continue to fight till I die. Then rise from death till the mirror.
There is one more thing you should know, Lord Mighty.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I
see.
Is that all? Are you going to accept such a...
Do you have a
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile. Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Thank you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
In the name of strife, may you meet a
This must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. Anestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind. In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castorus, please, live as a human, and die as one.
According to that alchemist, the final piece is... However, he is not privy to the
past?
I saw the twins of death in Kefali's memory. The trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial. Falling before the gate, she was consumed with regret over my death. So she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet, It also means she has never revealed herself to anyone. That's because the
You mean... Paula? Lux.
That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means, and that's why we have to reforge its body.
But Cass, if that alchemist...
According to those departed spirit, but before we talk about that...
I heard them...
I think they must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of... They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely. All because they wanted to give that wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm, even after their fall. Quietly
so...
We were instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here. Now, we must weave the...
But all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual?
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy. The true out now, the puzzle of I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. Lady Trianne has already... Then, let the ritual begin. And now, the objective is such as what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first...
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here. Please, go on.
Yes.
There's no need to worry, Elder.
The world?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Castorus, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story.
Oh, well... Styxia. The pearl of the ocean. Plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was from where you stand now.
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia, blessed with eternal...
I have pondered the same.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent, because all things eventually fade to dust. But I still can't take that as the final answer. What a world without journeys and epics... be...
however, did
Please enlighten me, Lady Almanette. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle your words might truly guide me to...
You and I are neither warriors, nor... But what if I reframe it like this? What if love?
Love?
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world could be revisited, and the so-called era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply... Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death, not out of fascination, but instead became fixated and obsessed.
Therefore, death is...
That's right, Castorus. It is the reason we shed. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return.
I understand. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing. But it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and I... Thank you, Mother. I will use all the love I've experienced in my teacher, Anaxagoras. Grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace. Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
We can do anything!
And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
Guys, Dream, show me the way.
Breaks over.
Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies.
Please cherish this time as you wish.
Rise and shine.
Embrace a new life.
Treat our guests nicely. Till we meet again.
The future is great.
Return to dust.
I'm still here. Your time to shine. Rise and shine.
Guys, Dream, have some sunshine.
Don't worry, night falls. Good night.
There's no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace. Be careful. They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them. May death protect us!
This is Banon. You can do it! Time for some again. Again! Rise and shine.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us! As you wish.
Trust me, we can do anything!
Life is not built here.
Okay. Mavis, dispel the gloom, restore the skies.
Please. Don't turn back to the Nether Realm.
Oh, death. Sleep in peace. I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of... I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted, but I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Nether Realm. Just please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. They may look scary, but as long...
What's wrong?
Are you...
What's wrong with her?
Her time is almost up. If I don't go...
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch.
Alright. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets. That's not funny!
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
After all, that you still ended up back here.
So the legends were true.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. However, since you recognize the name...
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you.
Can you tell me, what did you do, Polixia?
A long, long time ago, there were a pair, but fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life.
That trial was indeed recorded.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shouldered them from then on. My Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. We walked different paths.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a... I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste.
Even though I forced the authority of...
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, but I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our...
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation, and watered it with our tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the Hand of Shadow determine a person, because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no...
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Life and death weigh equally heavy.
You, too, we've taken quite the ridiculous. I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written. And let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day. I always hoped I would see you among them. But...
I know. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. So, let's give our core flame to her, and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. Let's tend the field together. What do you think?
yes, you shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for our fated moment has arrived. Yes, but unlike that time... Yes, as dictated by fate. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death. You've been tempered by life and death. I know, like a raven butterfly, flying swift.
I will. After this, I will remain. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers.
Just one last thing.
Of course.
Please.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if we do not know, I will still hold you tightly in my arms.
Casterus, you're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Time flies. In the blink of... When this farce is over, you're...
No need to ask so many.
Then why do you drag your feet?
I simply find them too noisy.
Such harsh words.
I couldn't agree.
Oh.
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least...
And they say men whose ends are not... Well, that is
Should I
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer?
I suppose there is no point in putting this...
You were saying that
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nikador and Nai, for all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. That is, until I made it. If Casterus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, if the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer...
Well, that is all well and good, but how can...
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess. Besides, I Anaxagoras, come. Let us go and teach. Finen. So they are leaving the final debate to him.
Let those Chrysos, let them hear the voice.
As always, that woman...
Professor Anaxa.
Everyone must cast their vote.
Prof.
Akuma has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know... I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take...
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm... So...
No, because that question is not yours to ask in the... Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? You still have time, so give it some thought. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Thank you, Professor.
That's Anaxagoras.
Who?
That'll depend on how well you perform. Mace.
Lord Anaxa, the last speaker for the assembly will be taking... Lady Kindness has reserved... All right.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Finin of Ides Elysia.
Much obliged.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the...
Can this dude really face down kindness?
By Kefali above, as you look upon me, I see your fear and misgivings. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look close.
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise, because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but and what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, they kept saying the same thing over and over. Why, Fine? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the Black Tide. A looming threat that can bring Akuma to its knees any time. Much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife, by now the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy...
Exactly! The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded... The Council of Elders claims that Aglaia will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this, the answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akima's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp!
It is true that Aglaia has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the not once has she ever failed Akima. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart... They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akima. Once more, I implore you, examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods, whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity, yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured for Aglaia, Tribios, and I, and this vow will stay true until the end of our day. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall
He's absolutely right. The Chrysos heirs have only our best.
At the present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation, each faction holds an equal share of vote.
As expected. This is the moment when the flame...
And now...
Is there anyone...
No, you're the last.
I have long...
Very well. Oh, the last vote.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of how...
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your...
What's he doing?
The stakes are high.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are, wasting our time?
Lord Anaxa, please.
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Just vote already. What do you...
Cast your vote. Cast your vote.
I cannot help but wonder, Is every hardship in the world something you will exploit?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation? Oh, Circes. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question. And we need only to follow the sound of the tides.
Phew. Well done, child.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like you cherish the truth. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. Go forth. Go now, child. And when you reach the end of this journey...
You have my word, sir.
May Circe safeguard...
You are right, Empedocles. May we meet again with...
Silence!
Behold, Circes. Here at the center for this place is...
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase journey and nothing else!
I have deciphered the truth of this world!
With the balance shattered, the result is clear.
No! Anaxa, what? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you.
Have you forgotten?
You put on such a grand
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in you, because I...
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, I have observed that Arkema has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the Flame Chase journey.
You! It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. By your leave.
Elders and citizens, your attention, please.
What is this perform? Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate, but I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this. Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kephales's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised?
Nonsense!
No one? Very well. You? No? Fine. Next. You. The one with ignorance.
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that...
Hey!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this.
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to... And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final... Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare... everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true! Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kephale,
will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact...
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is pure blasphemy!
It's impossible.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you, even in our next... Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the... You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders. I fused my soul with a god through alchemy, and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should think...
By the gods, even Kindness has...
Be careful. Be careful, Leopold.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders, Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Tal. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akima's codex, as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine.
Elders and citizens, silent. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akima's codex, I request first, Elder Kindness of Akima and Lygus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law. In the names of Talantan and Kefali, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the find.
Curse you.
Now, concerning Anaxagoras, in the names of Talantan and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced...
Professor.
Let him die! Let him die!
What?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya.
Let him die!
Then, O Talantan on...
A sea of... What is this place?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends. Every departed soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos themselves. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the river, and it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven, similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world. These flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tide. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit... Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Amphoreus to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the netherworld and return in exchange. Please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our... Thank you. Just like the other demigods, I will stay here. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, please consider this a one-time exception. And for your life, the only life I can save. I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
Keep moving forward, and don't look back.
Keep going. The Express is right here with you.
I believe in you.
Listen. Just keep moving. Just forget about all the hardships.
One day, our paths will cross again. Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow!
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
Almost there. Finally. Thank you, Castris. Since I've already made it to the end, maybe I can have one last glance at that sea of flowers.
Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
What's this? What in the world are these shadows and voices?
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul Your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain.
Over here, friend!
Take my hand! Let's go home.
Let the trailblazing continue.
At last, your soul is still perfectly whole. As is it Ornyx's final blessing. It's truly incredible. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the law. It seems that this is the sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if, do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the seal, I promised you that I would do everything in my power. I can finally, the wish I once sought, but could never grasp is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms, and every touch, every embrace, they will radiate with an intense warmth. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
That grand and absurd performance was what you...
I gave up everything in search of truth. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You didn't...
crave power.
Those are your words.
But what you said at the end... Did you all...
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final...
So, this is our last chance. May I resonate with your...
Please do.
That's... impossible. To persist with your soul thin to such an extent.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse until Finan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone.
I've long predicted this was the case. How ironic. We would have avoided so many, but casting aside our ideological
Finan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style...
Congratulations are in order. We found...
When you put it that way...
Glaya, we're back. Welcome, welcome, our great hero reborn from the ash.
I hope he didn't.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him.
I'm glad. But I don't see Cass.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the... Trinin, please, recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and there was one who joined hands with the Titan. A traveler risen from the dead, and reborn among mortal kind. O Majesty of the 12, we seek your divinity. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the Prophet. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
A constellation
for life and death to be more.
Look! It's...
Is that Castor?
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the troll.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Castorus. They said, I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright in its flame eternal. Do not forget.
Professor.
What's with that look? So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't...
You never... I don't understand. If your theory is...
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who... It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life.
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from
Then allow me to tell you, what exactly are we? My answer is so. What are we? The very essence of the world. Our souls. are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And
is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories and then scatter them. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry, to destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have some. That person is you, child of Kefir. So, carry everything of this world and live on. And especially...
Anaxa, I swear to you.
That is all I have to say.
Farewell, great performer.
May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness, Anaxagoras of the new sport. Thus, I shall confirm you shall transcend the peak.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. Oh, Circes.
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of... But...
I need... What is it?
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world if that is the case...
But... we should allow the children of humanity... Rejoice, Circes. Sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Thankfully, she's still alive. Was March 7th also in this...
Her condition was very similar. It's just that at that time, the Express did not have a memo keeper who...
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as...
When March awakened from the ice, her memories were completely wiped clean. I want to prepare for the worst and prevent... Can you share with us your
I do not have conclusive evidence. Perhaps March 7th...
Hijacked?
Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen?
I'm not a biologist, but I hear that there's a species of fish on Von Walk that has the memory span of less than a second. It forgets anything that occurs in the very next instant. Perhaps something similar will happen.
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. But an individual who has lost their ability to...
Nothingness?
The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical...
Miss Black Swan, you've guided us to Amphoreus, but refused to tell us your true intentions. Collecting...
Is Miss Himiko suspicious?
I mean no offense. I am merely speculating. But I'd appreciate...
In other words, now that's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphoreus holds...
Perfect.
A world that can only be seen through the Garden's mirror. Means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the sea, they might unleash their wild ambition.
So the reason you did everything you could to convince the Express to come to this star zone is just to uncover the secrets and...
I chose to remain quiet before, because I didn't...
Remodeling a world is no easy feat. These extremists likely aren't just simple Pathstriders.
You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organ...
So what you're saying Could they?
I cannot be certain. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th. But the deal that I propose still remains. Miss Himiko, the wisest...
What's wrong?
Let me take back a part of what I said. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved...
Has something changed?
It's fully... Their gaze has just...
Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphoreus has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Oh, please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with...
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatch. Not only does this person know of Amphoreus, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms. The It
seems like...
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the up...
You're planning...
Yes, but not in the... See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, then, sit back. All right, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work.
Madam, watching you work has been, and you're calm and collected.
This brat. Why does everything that comes out of his mouth so...
Thank you, Madam Herta. Companions are...
Well, this young man sure is courteous. First mirror, input the coordinates. As you command, the preparations are complete. Second mirror, prepare for the thought. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy. Oh, okay. I won't. Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data. What kind of appearance? Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of... It seems like I have nothing for you.
Ah, standing by again. That's so boring. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead?
Preparation of the data spirit entity thought refraction. Excellent.
Have a safe trip, madam.
May your journey yield...
Coordinates input complete. Prepare spatial warp countdown. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Amphoreus? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique. Second mirror, prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
All right. Please read the same.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second. Let's see. What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it. Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor. What's this? Oh, how creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphoreus? Yes.
My deepest apology.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise.
Are you not going to answer my question?
I have many identities. Lycurgus.
All right, Lycus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, however, standards are always flexible. Well, now, please, kindly turn back. Amphoreus is not a world that...
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like but my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with...
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lycus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate protocol, there are, after filtering through them, I have determined that I only require...
Oh? I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphoreus is a completely...
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor, and...
Oh? No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on...
I assume that you still wish...
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, there are...
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand... But since you put it that way, why don't you...
It concerns the third path, that is, the destruction. So, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, there